Hey folks, so this intermission I wanted to just give a quick update about some of the changes that are going to be coming to the channel and the videos starting almost immediately. No, don't worry, I'm not stopping the series. So after 3 months now releasing videos, 60 some episodes, I think I'm nearly 70 all said and done. I'm starting to see which videos are doing well, which ones aren't. I'm noticing a few trends happening. So I found that my longer videos, the 45-minute plus videos, do not do as well compared to, say, the 20-30 minute videos. At least with the main devlog series, because everything's getting broken up into multiple parts. The one-off episodes, they're fine. They work great as 45-minute episodes. Also, in contrast, the long format, so things like when I take the multiple parts of the inventory series, put them together and release those, they actually do surprisingly well in comparison. But it's the nature of YouTube, really. And as I would like to try and grow the channel, I'm going to need to make some changes accordingly. With that in mind, though, I'm going to be making changes in regards to how I'm doing the videos, their length, and the release schedule. When I went back to work at the end of the summer holidays, I dropped down to doing 3 videos a week, each one of those videos being about 45 minutes to an hour long each. I did that because that would allow me to obviously work my day job, still spend time with my family, and then also have time to work on the project and record an episode. I could sit down, record one episode a session, and then leave it, do the editing, and leave it to render and upload overnight. Do that a few times a week, and I can keep up with 3 episodes a week. So, not that big of a deal. But because the episodes aren't doing as well, need to change that. So, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be switching back to the shorter episodes. And that being the 20 to 30 minute episodes. And how that'll work is what will have been a 45 to 30 minute episode is going to get broken into 2 or 3 parts depending on how long it is. Try to keep it around the 20-30 minute mark per shorter episode. And then I'm going to release those hopefully more frequently. Now, I don't know how it's going to affect the frequency of the new videos, as I need to try and figure out a way I can sit down and record like that. I may be able to sort of sit down, record, say, 4 episodes back to back, and then do the editing, and then editing, rendering, and posting those overnight as always. But I still need to sit down and figure that out. I haven't actually tried that yet. So ideally, I would love to release 4 or 5 episodes a week so that the pace of the overall series keeps going at its normal speed. But again, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. So, right now, I'm actually I can't even really say I'm 1 episode ahead of releases. Episode 60 is going live in 20 minutes, half an hour by the time I'm recording this. So, it's going to take a little bit for me to get ahead and get some content recorded. So with that in mind, there isn't actually going to be a release on this Saturday. It's September 28th. As I need to try and get some of this new format figured out and try to get some content recorded. On top of that, I'm actually going to be away for the entire week from September 28th to October 6th. As according to my wife, my 40th requires a vacation. So I'm going to be spending the next 5 days, trying to get some videos recorded and get a backlog for them so that I can actually take that week off and not miss a schedule, because that's a big thing on YouTube, is keeping a regular release schedule. Now, that being said, as I mentioned right at the start, I am not planning on stopping this series. As I said, right back in the very beginning, episode 0, the introduction, I'm going to be using this both I've been using this as a general tutorial series for other people, a devlog for myself, which surprisingly I have actually had to go back a few times and watch my own videos to figure out what I was doing, and then also an incentive just to keep myself working. Knowing people have been following along with my videos has actually been a really big help with the motivation. So I want to say thank you to everyone who's been watching and asking questions. It's helped me keep moving with the project and the series as a whole. I can say honestly, at this point, if I wasn't doing this devlog tutorial series, I probably would have just stopped, sat the project off to one side and left it to rot, and restarted again in probably 6 months. So again, a big thank you to everyone who's been watching and following along. It's actually been a big help keeping me going. Now, that was the main part for this intermission. I wanted to get that out of the way because that's going to be affecting how things are on the channel for the next little while. Also want to mention it. I know I did bring it up a couple of videos ago. I did finally break down and set up a Discord. It has been running for a little while. I know there's not a huge subscriber base, so I'm not expecting people on there right away. But so do have a Discord if anyone is interested in that. I leave myself in there all the time. If I'm offline then or inactive, it means I fell asleep sort of thing, but I'm in there. Now for the series itself, the next few episodes, and when I say few, that could be 10, 15 with this new format, I'm not sure. We're going to be covering or starting to cover AI. It's going to be done in a format very similar to how I've done everything else so far. It's going to be sort of like a building block process. Going to be foundational stuff for the AI. Then we're going to go through and sort of further expand and build on those as we go. The very first AI I want to try and create is going to be something basic like a deer or a rabbit or something like that, which is basically it looks for food, it does its thing, and if it sees the player or something it doesn't like, it runs away. So I know this is or has been a shorter intermission compared to some of the others, but I really didn't have a huge amount I wanted to cover. I really wanted to cover the changes in the video format. So with that, though, I do want to say another big thank you to everyone who's been watching. It's been a great help. And as always, thanks for watching the intermission. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, concerns, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. Thanks again, and I will see you in the next episode.